Yassas! Hello, I'm Alkistis, and I'd like to welcome you to the Hellenic Wellness Movement. Health and well-being based in the ancient Greek traditions. What are the benefits of Hellenic wellness? After the coronavirus and generally our modern way of life has so much stress and anxiety linked to it, Hellenic wellness is exactly what we need right here and now. The mission of the Hellenic Wellness Movement is to create an eclectic program of live and online events to help the public experience the unique benefits of the Hellenic approach to wellness. And this includes 5 main categories. First, for your well-being of mind and spirit, we offer you Greek philosophy, from the teachings of Socrates all the way to the movement of modern Stoicism, which is taking over Silicon Valley. Second, Hippocratic medicine and the Mediterranean diet. This is perfect for healthy eating, slimming down, and just feeling your best. Third, we have Hellenic athletics, such as running in marathons, classic gymnastics, sailing, and equestrianism. Fourth, the Hippocratic massage that includes essential oils, beeswax, and honey originating from Greece. Fifth, we have Greek music. The ancient Greeks played the lyra, and they had a unique musical system which was able to heal the body, mind, and spirit. It included chanting, as well as the Dionysian trance dance, to simply free your spirit. In the East, they have yoga. In the West, we have Hellenic wellness. Did you know that meditation and mindfulness were born in ancient Greece? That's right. The words in Greece are prosochi and elenchos. The Greek philosophers taught various practices and exercises for equanimity. That means the harmony and wellness of the soul. This would lead to something called ataraxia, which can make you unshakable when you are challenged with obstacles. From meditation to gymnastics, the ancient Greeks gave us the keys to wellness and well-being. Each month, I offer retreats on the island of Corfu at the beautiful Aphrodite villas next to the sea, where we can explore Hellenic wellness and all the aspects that can help you to reduce your stress, fears, anxiety, and anything else that is burdening you. These retreats are called From Fear to Freedom, and you will experience a transformation from a place of fear, anxiety, and stress into freedom, self-leadership based in ancient Greek philosophy. And I have a few questions for you. Which one of these sounds most like you? You're afraid that you won't achieve anything important in your life. You're afraid of being alone in your later years. Or you're afraid of losing all your money. And lastly, how about this one? You're afraid of dying. Which one of these 4 sounds like you? Aristotle, one of the greatest philosophers of all time, proposed that every person suffers from one or more of these fears. Today I'll be sharing with you one of the most popular methods in the world for developing freedom through self-leadership. And this method is based on the 3 golden principles of Greek philosophy: ethos, pathos, and logos. That's right, this is not some fad or popular psychology. This is a method based on the ancient Greek philosophy, a method that has withstood the test of time for over 2,500 years. It's no wonder that Steve Jobs had once said, "I would trade all my technology for an afternoon with Socrates." You'll find out why Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, claims that he learned more from Aristotle than his MBA for becoming a successful entrepreneur and billionaire. It's no coincidence that immensely successful and intelligent people like Arianna Huffington, Tim Ferriss, and Darren Brown espoused the ancient Greek philosophy of Stoicism. Now, as I explained recently in my TED Talk, I myself have applied these 3 golden principles to transform my life from working in a job in corporate finance that I absolutely hated and that didn't go well to me, to being a wellness coach, a philosopher, an author, and a leadership trainer. You will find out about Aristotle's 3 golden principles of Greek philosophy: ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos is all about being aligned with your values, living your truth, and living with integrity. Pathos is all about developing your emotional intelligence. What are your greatest fears? What are your greatest dreams? And how you can manage your emotions, especially those toxic, self-sabotaging emotions that are holding you back. And logos is all about using your logic and reason, applying practical strategies, making sure that what you want makes sense, and having a plan to reach it. Combined together, ethos, pathos, and logos will help you to move from fear to freedom. If you're ready to transform your life and move from fear to freedom, go ahead and fill out the form. This is not a booking. This is simply a request form for information regarding you and your small group if there are more people involved. Go ahead and also check out the website of Aphrodite Villas, and you can call up and ask for any details and information you want. Doesn't that sound amazing? It's an exclusive retreat, maximum 12 people. So start packing your bags. You're coming to Corfu, and we're going to have a fantastic time.
First, I'd like to share with you a little of my story. I was the daughter of immigrants, Greek immigrants, to Montreal. And my parents wanted to connect with my history and my heritage. So while other classmates were getting bedtime stories like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, my parents would read to me from the Iliad and the Odyssey, the Greek myths and Aesop's fables. Fast forward, I'm 22 years old. I've come back from London where I studied international banking and finance, and I'm working in a big British bank. My career seems promising. I have a big office and a big paycheck. On the inside, though, I feel horrible and frustrated. Why? Because I feel that my natural talents are not matched in the bank, in this career. I'm a people's person, not a numbers person. And sometimes I tell my father about this, who was the CEO of a bank, and he would tap me on the shoulder and say, "Dear daughter, life is very difficult. It's okay to read philosophy and psychology, but stick to your safe job and your paycheck." So what did I do? I carried on, and I felt like a hamster on a treadmill. I start to make mistakes at the bank because I'm unmotivated. And all these mistakes culminate into one big mistake where I'm called in to do a presentation in front of the board of directors. Now, I do the presentation, but I feel terribly embarrassed. I didn't do a good job, not for my standards, not for the standards I know I can deliver. So at the end of that day, I face my biggest fears and I hand in my resignation. Did things go better after that? Of course not. They got a lot worse. First, I had a very big argument with my father, a dramatic Greek-style drama argument, where he said to me, "You're making a terrible mistake. You're going to live to regret it." He ousted me out of the house and said to me what amounts to an ancient motto the Spartans would say to the soldiers going off to war. Tan iepitas. In other words, come bearing your shield as a victor or dead on it. What did I do? I had no plan. I just took any savings I had and I just took off. I had a backpack and I started walking. I started backpacking through Asia Minor on my own. No plan at all. I continued trekking, joined up with other groups and ended up trekking through Europe. Eventually, my money ran out. So I had to take a job. Any job would do. Low-paying jobs. I was waitressing. I was a sales girl. I saved my money and tried my own businesses, but they failed and left me without any money. I was ready to go back to my father. I had to lower my head. On the bus, going to buy my ticket, something very strange happened. I was sitting next to a lady on the bus, and she said to me, she was a management trainer. She was training executives in communication. And she said that she had a big problem because she had to replace herself at that job. I explained to her that I would be very happy to do that job. And we spoke, and basically she hired me on the bus. She said, "Show up tomorrow, you got the job." That's what I did. I showed up at this great management training company. I started giving classes with managers. My students said that I was really talented at what I was doing. I felt it was a great match for my talents. So I had finally found my place in life.
Thanks for listening. I hope to hear about you and your life story when I see you in Corfu on the next retreat. You can stay for longer than the 4 days of the seminar. Make your travel plans from now. Perhaps you want to stay on at the Aphrodite Villas or move on to other beautiful Greek islands.